everybody? It's your girl Mika, and you're watching the Red Cup Podcast, where truth, pop culture, and politics meet.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Mika, and we're back for another Red Cup Talks live stream edition. And I got my girl, Kelly. Hey, Kelly, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
Good. We got some good topics to talk about today, but how was your day?
It was really good. It started off a little shaky, but it got better.
Why?
Uh,
Why?
Girl, I had to go into the office. I left my laptop in the office, so I had to
Mhm.
go get my laptop, and I should have known because when I left work yesterday, the bag was heavy. Um, I don't go in
What
every
that
day.
mean? Hold on.
It was
When you left work yesterday, the bag was heavy. What does that mean?
when I left work, it wasn't heavy. It should have been heavy.
Oh, it wasn't
It
heavy.
wasn't heavy. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so I had to go back into the office. I was so mad. Hey, chat.
What's going on, everybody? I'm just waiting just for a little second to let people come in really quick. What else going on? What you got going on with your channel?
Okay, so later on today, you guys check me out. I am the Kelly Corinne Show here on YouTube. I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to talk about Jamel Hill had some comments about Caitlin Clark's comments. Of course, she's all for Caitlin Clark being a cuck for Black women, which I'm being harsh. I'm being harsh. I really don't have that.
Who are you
I'm
talking
not
about?
you did a video on it. So Caitlin Clark, her comments. I said being a cuck for Black women.
Oh,
Um,
that's
I'm
why I was
being
like, hold on,
mean.
wait. Who are you
No,
talking
I'm
about?
being mean. I'm being mean. No, it really wasn't that bad. She made some comments, and then of course Jamel Hill, being the race baiter that she is, came
I can't
out
stand
and yeah, I cannot stand that lady either. And she's all for it, and she's saying anyone that disagrees is racist and this, that, and
her.
the
Mm-hmm.
third. And I will say this here on your show, Caitlin Clark, you should have joined the Big Three. You should have joined Ice Cube's Big Three way when he offered you that $5 million. And I'm gonna tell you right now, chat. I'm gonna tell you right now, Mika. When I found out that he offered her that $5 million, I said, "Oh, she's gonna take it." And the fact that she didn't take it to get 300 and some $1,000 from the WNBA, I said, "Oh, this girl's stupid. She's an idiot. Why would you? Why would you leave that kind of money on the table?" And now they got her doing the most.
I never knew until you told me. I never knew
Yeah,
that she
yeah,
got offered that money.
yes,
So
yes.
that
And
was
and it
so.
could have, and she could have played in both leagues. She could have look if you got time later, come on the show with me. She could have played. She could have did both leagues, like because I don't know. We'll talk about it. It was a
I don't
mess.
know why my light is going in and out. But yeah, I never knew that. Like I never knew that all that went on. So I was just like I was a little surprised that, all that was going on, but I guess I shouldn't be, especially with how the young girls are today and how they definitely like they're getting pushed to be, a certain way. They're getting pushed to be woke.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think there's a whole
exactly why
agenda
why.
behind it. I think there's a whole. I never trust anything. I think there's an agenda behind it.
You do?
Oh
Why?
yeah, I just
Why?
think it's like I think this whole woke thing. I think it's to like have to promote Black people to be like a victim, like this victim mentality. And again, I really don't think her comments were that bad. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like the way Megan Kelly was so worked up about it, I personally didn't think it was that serious. The girl is kind of young. Like I didn't think it was that deep. I personally wouldn't have said it because I wouldn't have felt that way. I'd have been like, hey man, I didn't came into the league. Um, what she technically wasn't the number one NCAA score, but high up there, and we're going to talk about it on my show. It actually was this lady back in the 60s named Pearl Moore, but
Right,
nevertheless,
but she did it for the new age.
exactly. She's a phenomenal talent. These
Yeah.
these people they had to. This is my thing. Brittany Griner was the face of the WNBA. She was a friggin' knucklehead. She was always into some mess.
She's a
Now it's
knucklehead.
this white girl, Caitlin Clark, and they're mad about it. But I'm like, Caitlin Clark is, in my opinion, she's more marketable. And I also gonna say this in chat, y'all let me know. I don't think it's I do think white people like to root for someone that's white, but we all do it. We all friggin' do it. The Filipinos, when Pacquiao was doing his thing, every Filipino person I know, Pacquiao, they were all for Pacquiao. They were like, you have pride in your tribe. I don't think there's anything. Maybe I'm a little racist. I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal, but the woman is a phenomenal talent. So, I don't think it's anything wrong with it. But yeah, we'll talk about it later on my show. I don't want to go too long on it.
All right, you guys. I think enough people are in here. I just wanted to make sure, we were getting everything in. And you guys check Kelly out on her platform as well, because Kelly is a phenomenal, phenomenal talent. All right. So what I wanted to talk about today, and I don't know why my light keeps trying to adjust to my face. She kind of ashy though. I can't stand you, Eric. He is a mess. So, you guys, what I wanted to get in today, our main topic today is cooking with Kaya, right? And here's the thing. You guys know we lean on the more conservative side. But I didn't necessarily have too big a problem with cooking with Kaya, and I'll tell you why. But that is our last topic. But I wanted to get into a couple of topics with women in general and the sisterhood, right? Because lately on the internet, all you keep seeing is women being upset about something with other women. All right. And the thing that gets me the most is what happened to the sisterhood. Where's the sisterhood when we need them, right? When you're actually supposed to have the sisterhood to promote good things and those type of things, and even the bad things they're quote unquote that they want to promote, right? If it doesn't benefit a certain group, like if it's not feminism, if it's being feminine, maybe to not the degree of, what we would want as conservatives and things like that. But if it's not feminism and you're using your body and everything, if it doesn't fit that mold, then they have a problem with it. The sisterhood has a problem with it. So I wanted to go through a couple of things about that. All right. So the first thing I wanted to bring up is something that's going around on the internet called the mortgage challenge. Okay. And the mortgage challenge is where these women go and say, hey, honey, I can't pay the mortgage this month. And I'm like, oh, okay. They don't pay the mortgage. Right. But the man then says, yeah, you don't ever pay the mortgage. This got a lot of women heated. So I want to start with Rich Bootsy because Bootsy is hilarious to me. All right, I want to start with him and his girl. So watch this.
Babe,
What?
I can't pay the mortgage this month.
I ain't got no fucking mortgage.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you that I can't pay the mortgage this month. Not here with it. Hello?
You've never paid the mortgage. So
I know, I'm just
like
this month.
Literally at no point in time in our entire relationship.
I know this month I'm not
mortgage.
able to help. That's all. I just can't pay the mortgage.
In fact, when we first started dating, I paid some of your mortgage, your rent, and I paid my rent.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I can't. I just want to let you know, like I can't.
Okay.
Can't pay it.
I'll forgive you.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I thought that was so hilarious. Okay, I forgive you. So the reason why I wanted to put this, on our on our list to talk about is because a lot of women got highly upset about other women posting that they didn't pay the mortgage. Right? And it was the I don't pay the mortgage challenge, right? And here's the thing about that, right? A lot of women will say, oh, well, this is not realistic. right? This is not realistic. And it's not the norm, right? That maybe the man pays everything or whatever. And I wouldn't even suggest, a man paying your mortgage and y'all are not married and all this stuff like that. Yeah, that's crazy. But what bothered me was the whole idea, quote unquote, around feminism is supposed to be women champion whatever women want to do. But they don't champion anything that isn't about hating men. Like everything is about hating men. And I'm like, I thought the whole point of feminism was to be what was to have the ability to be I guess a man hater like most of them, or wanting to be under the tutelage of a man, wanting to be under the protection of a man. So I want to get your thoughts on that.
Okay, this is like the most first world problem thing I've seen in a minute. Like people are just, and I'm gonna go out on a, people are just so miserable. Like, why do you care? First of all, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think the women that made this
Women.
thing go, on TikTok or whatever, I think they wanted to flex on the women that do not have someone paying their mortgage or their rent or whatever. That's what I think. I'm not offended. I don't care. Like I don't because that's their business. But if you're upset that a woman is making a joke saying, "Oh, honey, I can't pay the mortgage this month," and the husband is like, "I don't know what you're talking about. You never pay the mortgage." That means you're mad. You're mad that no one is paying your mortgage or you pay your mortgage or whatever the case may be. And what that woman eats doesn't make you SHIT. So why do you care? Like it's miserable. It's miserable. And everybody has different finance situation. Like I would never judge if the woman makes more money than the husband and she pays the bills, but he's contributing whatever. That's their personal business. Like that's their personal business. It's not my business. I think people need to find more. I just think they got to get a life. Like I just when you telling me this is a thing and people are getting upset about it,
They're getting
I'm
upset
just
about it.
yeah, that
Women
it's
are
single women. It's
highly
single
upset
women.
about this.
It's single women, and I get why they're single. I totally get it.
Yeah. Yeah. They're on TikTok and every place else saying, hey, what's going on? So they're upset at exactly what's going on with that. And here's the thing. The whole thing about feminism, like I said, is for women to be able to pick, what they want to do, right? Now, I don't agree with feminism, but I'm just talking their talking points, right?
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
okay, if it's that way, then why are you mad at this? Some women will want to be under the tutelage of a man, want to be, have a man that protects and provides and all this other stuff, and they listen, they cook and things like that. So, what is the problem?
And more men, usually men make more than women. Like usually that is the case.
Yeah. 9
So
times out of 10 make
yeah,
women, men make
usually
more than women. Now, maybe on an individual level and maybe in certain communities, the women might make slightly more, but barely.
these women are miserable. These feminist women, they are miserable, and they just have a thing. They gripe about every single thing, like because this is not even nothing to be upset about. Like it's crazy. That's
Oh no, they were highly upset. They were highly upset. All right. So the next thing, but I loved Bootsy's comeback. Bootsy's comeback was, I don't got no damn mortgage. Like I love it. Like I
and it's
love it. I love it.
probably his house because Boosie's not that nice. I think it's his house. I think it's. I don't
Oh
think that
no,
lady's
no,
name
it's
is
his
on
house.
anything.
Well, one thing I'll say about Bootsy, he's, a lot of people take him for a fool, but he is not.
Oh, I don't
Okay.
think he's a fool.
Because he
Yeah.
bought land and he's developing homes on his land. And his children live in the homes, like a housing development.
Hmm.
Yeah. He's putting houses on it like that.
That's what's up.
So his children live in some of the houses, and then the other houses, he's going to make it like a community.
Hmm.
But he's the developer. I was like, so smart. So smart. Right? So the homes pay for the homes that his children are in. I was like, it's such a smart thing. So I loved it. All right. So the next thing I wanted to move into was Cardi B. Okay. So I'm gonna put this up on the screen really quick. So Cardi B. All right. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Because this is Instagram. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Okay. So Cardi B, as we know, is divorced, right? And so Cardi B decides that she's gonna go and put up some stuff about dating and all this other stuff. So Offset decides to make a post and he says, nobody wins when the family fights. Stop capping to these people, making it seem like, whole is life and all this other stuff. You're a fire woman, just make good music, but you keep focusing on DICK and trying to make me look bad, bruh. This don't make no sense, right? And I can agree with that, right? And then she comes back and she says, so dating because I'm single, I'm dating because I'm single. So why you worried about, DICK? You sound like a dummy. And then you're trying to be fake nice today, but you want to push a fake narrative to people. Like, get off the internet. Like, why is the business always on the internet? Now, we just went through all that with Papoose and Remy Ma. And now they're back to their shenanigans over here with Cardi B and Offset. So then Offset says, when you split custody, I will stop worrying about you. But you need to worry about your music and stop worrying about DICK. You want to be in the clubs and chasing DICK. Ain't no music. It's just drama. So your thoughts on that?
Okay, so he's not exactly wrong in the sense that I remember, and tell me if you remember, chat, put it in the chat if y'all remember this. Cardi B did an interview on The Breakfast Club, and she said that a problem that she was running around chasing DICK. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So the fact that you said it yourself on the Breakfast Club interview.
That's why he said it.
I can't be that mad at it. And as far as them putting their business out, I don't trust anybody. I think at this point, when you put your business out, and these are not children. Cardi B's a whole 30. So
A whole 34. But go ahead.
She that old now? I didn't see.
Yeah.
Time flies. So you're putting your
Because I think she's born 1990.
I don't know. I believe you. I believe you. But I'm just saying, we saw what happened, like you said, with Remy and Papoose last week, and everybody's making fun of Remy. And I think all these people do this stuff for attention, and I think attention is a heck of a drug. And that's what I think. I think they both feed into it. They both do the stunts. They both do the attention. And it wouldn't even shock me if all of this is a storyline for them to have their own reality TV show. And because I think it's a good chance they'll be back together within a year. I don't know.
You think so?
I don't know.
I don't think so this time.
50,
I don't think so this time.
I don't know. Well, you know what? You may be right, because she did cheat with that baby in her.
That was a whole, man.
That was a lot.
That was a lot.
He was wrong. He been dogging her out for a long time, but I think he went hard, and I think she said, "I'm gonna top you. I'm gonna top you with the."
Meanwhile, I tell women all the time, you're not topping no man. You're not topping no man by sleeping with a bunch of men. You're not.
But I'm saying there was a strange man's penis next to his baby.
Next to you, yeah. So I understood why he was upset. She was like, "We're not together, but you still carrying my baby."
Yeah, she went really hard.
On the other hand, too, I have to say, right? I have to say that it's still Offset knew what type of chick he was dealing with.
Oh yeah,
right.
I have no sympathy for no parties involved except for the kids.
You said what now?
I said I have no sympathy for no parties involved except for the kids, because these kids are gonna grow up and people are gonna talk, and I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. So, okay. All right. So now let's move on to. All right. So I want to move on to what is her name? Tasha K and Dr. Bryant. because Tasha K read Dr. Bryant for the filth. So I want to get into that, and then you let me know what you think about it. Here we go. And if you guys don't know who Dr. Bryant is supposedly a relationship specialist, I guess. Here we go.
Now, I know y'all gonna be mad at me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Okay. So my platform is different. So, Dr. Bryant, I guess she's a University of Phoenix degreed psychologist, okay, specializes in relationships. And so she's been making her rounds on different platforms, giving advice to men that we've already known had issues. I mean, narcissistic men, Cam Newton, Nick Cannon. I mean, do we really need anybody to tell us that these men are, just ain't shit, right? And so when it comes to relationships, and so she's been like I said, doing her thing. I don't know if y'all who's a part of TashaKLive.com. If you're a part of TashaKLive.com, disregard this because I want to kind of give some backstory here because I know a lot of y'all about to be irritated with this commentary here. So we received some firsthand information from a source that had a verbal altercation with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Okay. And so this is when she was on Cam Newton's show. And I don't know if you remember, that was the first time like she had premiered in that forum. Now I do know she's done television in the past, Teen Mom and things like that. But for her to, she's been out here, she's been trying to rebuild her brand. She's been trying to reestablish herself. She's been trying to be seen in a certain light. And so she needed a platform and a subject matter in order to get into that space, because the red pill, blue pill space, everybody's been seeing it, the relationship space, the Kevin Samuel space, the Kendra G space, all of that is booming right now. And so this is where the money is, especially in this particular category. And so she is now branding herself as that. So she's gone from, counseling teenagers and being on different reality shows to now specifically talking about things that people are interested in, which is, am I going to be able to find a husband? What's wrong with the men out here? Black women still can't find a man, all this and that there. And so it's a great lane to get in, especially if you're trying to make some money, you're trying to really stick out. You're beautiful, you're marketable, because you have to be beautiful in order to sit on these platforms with these supposed high profile men. Okay. That's what y'all call them, high profile men. And really spit advice and drag them at the same time. And so she did that on Cam's show. Now with Cam Newton's show, he was doing her girlfriend a favor. So Cam Newton was best friends with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant's girlfriend. And so, like I said, Cheyenne's been trying to get into this relationship space and it hasn't been clicking. So she needed the perfect subject matter. So her girlfriend, and I'm talking about her girlfriend, yes, ended up getting her the gig. Cam booked her based off of his relationship with her girlfriend. Okay. And did not expect for Dr. Cheyenne, after he gave her the platform, to turn around and try to diss him on his own platform. Okay. And so that happened. And so she put all Cam business out there and everything. He was like, whoa. So that's why there's long-standing beef. And Cam and his friend, which is her ex-girlfriend, are no longer friends. The whole bunch just broke up. So the girlfriend's no longer with Dr. Cheyenne. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you're ruining my relationship that I have. This is a business relationship. But she literally just stepped on everybody's back and just made her presence known and was like, I'm here. Deal with it. If I got to lose some pussy, the hell with it. I get more. There's a lot out here to get. Okay. And so, she's been out here pissing a lot of people off. And Cam specifically took it personal because he was like, you wouldn't even have this platform. You wouldn't be on the Breakfast Club. You wouldn't be doing all of this if it wasn't for me. And then Nick Cannon, of course, because he's just bleeding for validation. I could have told you, that's where narcissists need attention. They need validation. They need security. They need to be praised all the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's something you got to deal with. That's your insecurity. And like I said, I love Nick as a person, but like everybody's got flaws. You know what I'm saying? And so when you're constantly in need of attention, more attention than you give your children, that is a personal problem. I don't think you need a Dr. Cheyenne to tell you that, and she's telling you that from a place of because University of Phoenix don't give you that type of experience. It's only giving her credibility and notoriety because she's able to sit down with these high profile men and seem as if she's out here trying to save women, but she's really trying to save women from men so that women will now come to the other side. And I know, like I said, y'all finna.
So what's your thoughts on that?
Okay, so I actually saw this. Whenever you posted it, and I said, wow, Tasha K gonna spill that tea. So, because I remember that lady, and I cannot think of that woman's name. First of all, I only knew her from this whole relationship thing. Like, I did not know she was on Teen Mom. I did not know this was a whole rebrand for her. So shout out to her for doing that and, finding her niche. But I did see that interview with her and Cam Newton, and I feel like she said some things that were accurate about Cam, but the fact that it was like a whole hook, like I'm hooking you up type thing, Tasha K was just saying, oh, it's super dirty. Like it was because I think she did embarrass him on his own show. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You think so?
I thought so. Yeah. I thought so. I mean, let me be clear. I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, Cam Newton, you're making all these families, you're not marrying these women. Yes, they're
well, yeah. Well, I think two things.
I put the onus on both, but
yeah. I think two things can be true at one time. I don't know why women would allow a man to just knock them up without, any commitment. Multiple women, like to me, then that means you look at money more than you're looking at your children's future, because there's no possible way, unless he has like a clear-cut polygamy stance, there's no way he's going to be in all these kids' lives, right? But
I really don't feel bad for the third baby.
There. She kind of did go in on Cam Newton, and Tasha K is correct. Like, if he gave you that platform, I'm pretty sure he is mad.
Yeah.
And you're telling women what to do when you don't even do it. You don't have a man. You don't have any of these things that you're supposed to be qualified for.
Right. And her saying like, okay, so we know Tasha K began to get in some mess. So her saying that the woman is a lesbian, allegedly. So I just feel like you really shouldn't. You're a whole fraud if you're giving relationship advice to women and you are not actually trying to get with a man because you date women. I think that's a fraud. And because she definitely made it seem like she wants a man. Because I remember this, she kept saying she at 41 years old wanted a man with no kids. I distinctly remember that too. But if you're swimming in the lady pond, which is your business, I think you're a grifter. I think you're a grifter because you don't have a husband, you don't have a man, and it sounds like you're not even interested in men. So how you gonna give relationship advice?
When I saw her the first time, and I forget what is not carpet cleaner. When I saw her the first time, I was just like, what in the world is she talking about? Because I'm just like, you're not. I understand, all that she's talking about with Cam Newton, but if you're going to help women, why aren't you putting some of this onus on the women? And she never does, which tells me you're a grifter, that you're not really interested in telling women what they should be doing, how they can do it better, yada, yada, yada. So with that being said, that's another reason why I don't really like this lady, right? Because now it just tells me that you're interested in making money, and everybody, and we kind of talked about this a little bit offline. Everybody knows that they can make money off of Black women. Everybody, whether you like them or not. Right. And so Black women know that they can make money off of Black women. All you have to do is tell them the truth, or or tell them what they want to hear, and poof, they're going to buy into it. And I'm just like, when are, Black women going to actually wake up and see that people are grifting off of them? Your what's that lady's name? The one that be like sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. She's
Shara
grifting.
7.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shara, she's grifting. I mean, there's so many women that I can say that have grifted, and men as well. What's the buff guy all of them like that lied to them? What's the buff guy? You know what I'm talking about?
Andrew
The
Tate?
black. No, nah, they don't like Andrew Tate, child. Andrew Tate telling the truth.
Oh, you said the buff
Um,
guy that they
the
all
black
like.
buff guy that just kept telling them nonsense. I don't know why his name is escaping me, but he ended up cheating on his wife and got
Oh, Jackson.
exposed.
Something Jackson.
Jackson, yes.
Yes.
There's
Yeah.
Jackson.
Oh, he
Right.
embarrassed his wife terribly. That was awful.
Right,
I
but
remember that.
here's the thing, and Black women went. Yes, thank you, Chad. But Black women were his main, like his main core group. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said,
Mhm.
it tells
Mhm.
me that Black women are easily led astray if you just tell them whatever. And not only do other groups know it, Black women know it. So you have a Black woman here who's just grifting off of Black women.
Mhm. Yep.
And their lives are not going to get any better. But hers is going to, because you're going to start paying for her little courses and all this other stuff, like they pay with Shira.
Yeah, but at least Shara got a man.
But
So
Shira's not telling you. Shira's not telling you, exactly how she got that man and what she's doing.
yeah. Yeah.
She's telling you to act like this, or tell him to buy you this, and tell him, girl, you ain't do none of that to get her. Like you didn't. So why are
Hey,
you telling these girls to do this? Right? Because they're gonna go up to a man, tell him, don't you want to make me happy? You're gonna be like, get out my face.
and people, in my opinion, I think people need to use their common sense. I wouldn't, and maybe I'm a jerk. I wouldn't listen to a
Yeah.
41-year-old woman that didn't have a husband. I just would. I wouldn't take relationship advice from a 41-year-old
No,
woman
I
that didn't have a husband.
wouldn't.
I just wouldn't.
I definitely wouldn't. And that's the problem right there.
And I feel
But
that way about
again,
women too. The men that try to give men advice. If you're not married, get the fuck out of here. That's my what do I know?
yeah, I mean, I think men can give men advice, but then if they're going to give men advice on a certain type of relationship, like a marriage, then I think it should come from a married man that's successful. I think I think that's the reason why, Anton is successful. Because if you're going to talk about marriage and successfully, shouldn't you, be married? And it's not the fact that people that aren't married can't give good advice, because I have seen single people give good advice, but a lot of the times you want to see somebody who's an expert at something.
I fully agree with that. 100%.
So now I want to move into oh, yep. So now I want to move into cooking with Kaya. It's been in my head. I'm sorry. It's just in my head. I'd be like, cooking with Kaya. So I'm gonna play her one of her original videos, and then we'll come back and talk. Shira is a what? Shira is a side chick. I didn't know that. Y'all for real? I didn't know that. But see, this is what I'm saying. So it is what it is, though. That's why I don't. Couldn't pay me. But okay. So here is Cooking with Kaya's original video. Now, if you haven't been on the internet, or you don't know who Cooking with Kaya is, she is just a young lady that's just on the internet, and she found a way to make herself marketable. And the sisterhood hates Cooking with Kaya. All right. And so this is her original video. Here we go.
Girl, your man will be took if you woke up to breakfast in bed at Kai's house. Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Let's get started.
Baby, I'm yours. I wanna cater to you, boy. Now I'm gonna turn that off because child Beyonce be snatching for copyrights. But as you guys can see here, she does that little twerk in the beginning, which is like, I guess, her little intro. And then she makes food, and that's pretty much all she does. Right. And then, she goes through all the steps. And then once you get to the end, I think she pretty much just, shows you. I ain't gonna lie, them home fries look good. I'm a potato girl. So that was her original video, all right, that got a lot of women upset. Now, update, right? Because I didn't cover her. I know, right? Eric, he's talking about her little intro. Now, update, update. She went on a podcast, and I'm gonna put this up here.
So the bags made for like hot water.
You see this? So she went on a podcast and she started cooking. The young boys that have the popping platforms. They invited her, on a lot of podcasts. DDG did it, and a couple others, right? And so she's on this one, and she's like, "Look, you can just boil some rice, right?" And so the sisterhood decided, that they were going to talk about her, that the fact that she can't cook and all this other stuff. Now, one of the young boys, one of the young boys, he said that he thought that it wasn't that good. The other one thought it was okay, but one boy didn't think it was that good. And so the sisterhood was so happy that happened, that they decided that they were going to go ahead and make videos about it. So here's one of the videos.
So I just came across my For You page, right? And apparently, cooking with Kaya. She was cooking for some, for some boys, for some young boys, some boys her age, right? And in the video, somebody can't cook and they're not really confident in their cooking if they have to ask you this: is it edible? Y'all men, y'all niggas made it seem like we are some hating assholes.
Because you are.
And the first thing, if I'm confident in my food, I'm not going to ask you if it's edible. I'm going to ask you, do you like it? Is it good? I'm not going to ask you if it's edible. Okay? And that came out of her mouth. Is it edible? Why would you ask if it's edible if you know you can cook? If you swear up and down you can cook? If you swear up and down you can take somebody's man with your cooking? Okay? But that's not the kicker part, y'all. That's not the kicker part. So the young man was eating and he goes, I ain't even gonna lie. This shit fucking ass. In other terms, ass in the Gen Z's, language means fucking nasty. Means nasty, means mid, means some basic ass shit. But because she twerking and she's showing her toddies, y'all made it. I knew it was coming. Because she's not cooking for nobody. She's cooking for herself. So of course, when you cook for yourself and you eat your own food, of course you're going to think it's delicious. Of course you're going to think it looks good, especially if you plate it all nice and stuff like that. But when someone actually eats your food and they don't want clout and they're being like giving their honest opinion, that girl can't fucking cook. That girl.
And she goes on and on and on and on and on and on. So I want to get your thoughts before I give mine.
I think she's a miserable human being. This woman right here, this lady right here, you are rejoicing as someone's at the fact that people said they didn't like this girl's cooking. You are a hater. You're coming on the internet. You're hating on this girl who didn't do nothing to you. All she does is cook little videos, and from what it seems like, doesn't bother anybody. So you are jealous.
You do,
She's
Miley.
really jealous that she actually more than likely was cooking for men. I think this woman doesn't have a man because women that tend to have men don't really worry about what other people are doing or other women are doing. I think you're super jealous because you just said DDG. It's just she was did a video with DDG. He's really huge. You're a super big friggin' hater. You're a hater. And to rejoice because somebody said they didn't like her cooking. Okay, if she likes her own cooking, who cares? And the girl never, because I'm not even gonna say woman because she looks like very young to me. The girl
Yeah,
never
she said
said that
she's 24.
oh,
So
she looked younger than that. She's not a professional cook. This is a home chef. She just cooks in her kitchen, makes little TikTok videos, not hurting anybody. And I'm with D9, like D9 said in the chat. D9 said, I lost it. I was trying to pull it up. D9 said, worry about your own relationship. Why are you worrying about this girl? And I think she don't have a man, D9. Oh, chat saying she's 22. Because
oh,
that's
okay, I
not
keep
even
hearing
nothing.
different stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's I don't know. It's not, it's literal hate. Like you glad that the girl that somebody said that they didn't like her food and you're relishing in it and you're a miserable person.
Yeah. So here's my thing, right? All right. Here's the first thing.
She's a liberal too, by the way, Mika. I'm pretty sure that lady's a liberal.
You know, they always liberal. They're always liberals.
They're
You know
miserable.
what I mean? Like they're deranged. Because why is it such a big deal that you want to cook, especially that you want to cook for your guy, right? And so some of the women that I saw, they said, well, they didn't like that she has like a little some parts in her videos that she does. She'll show the plate and she'd be like, oh, I could take your man with this plate, right? I think it's funny. Right, it's a
I
little
think
humor.
funny
Just
too.
she's not like hilarious funny, but it's supposed to be like a little humor just to lighten up the video. So the video
Yes.
isn't as stale. Oh, girl, I could take your man with this plate. Look at this plate. Look at this plate. Right?
She's trying to
And
make
I ain't
fun
gonna lie.
content.
I am not going to lie. I saw one of them with now I don't even eat steak, but it was like some steak on the mashed potatoes. And I was like, and it had like a little paprika on it and a little garlic. I was like, let me write this. And
And
I'm just trying to figure out, like, what was the problem? What was the problem?
because they're mad that she's cute and she's like chat said her videos are monetized and they're mad that they're not as creative to make these videos and they will never blow up. They don't have the personality where people will want to watch. That's what I think. And she's trying to help you 304s. I figured that out the last show. Mika taught me the 304. She's trying to help you 304s get a man by showing y'all how to cook. So take the woman's advice. You're sure.
But they don't want it. And
They don't want it. They want to be miserable.
they don't want it. And I want to show you something, right? So they always talk about, not policing women's bodies and, let women do what they want to do, right? But they didn't have a problem when, and I don't know if you ever saw this, but what happened was there was a restaurant by this gentleman, and the restaurant, the owner was Black, and he tried to have a little establishment for his people, as he says, for Black people. And the fact of the matter came is that they started standing up on his furniture and twerking. So here's that video.
I invested a lot of money into buying this building, into developing this concept so Black people can have somewhere nice to go to, okay? Somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves as a... Come on, stop the music, please.
He said, stop the music.
Somewhere where our people can feel good about ourselves as a culture, okay? Yeah. No, real talk. And so all this twerking and shit, take it to Prime, take it to Pink. Don't bring it here because we're a restaurant. And so beyond that, 75% of my customers are ladies. And I want men to show respect for themselves for how they carry themselves here. So how can I tell the men to respect themselves and you guys are twerking on glass here? If you want to do it, get the fuck out my restaurant. Because I did it for our people and I did it for our culture. So don't do it. Now, don't do it again. I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, get out because I don't need your money. I need to.
So here's the thing. They got mad at this man. Okay. They got mad at this man and said, how dare you police women's bodies and how dare you want to do this and that, and women, you know, women shouldn't have to worry about this and worry about that, right? Okay, cool. But that was in a group of women, right? But when you want to do the same thing, even though I don't think it's the same thing, but we just talking about twerking. When you want to twerk or, you know, whatever towards doing something for a man, now all of a sudden it's stupid. It's you're pick me. It's you know, why women want to feed into the patriarchy? I'm like, you just argued this point with this man at his restaurant to be able to twerk in an establishment that might have younger people in it, you know, because it's a restaurant. But a woman on her own page talking about how you can cook for your man or how she cooks for her man can't do a little twerk. And I mean, it's the weakest twerk I ever seen in my life, okay? But y'all are okay with Megan Thee Stallion, body, yada, 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 for politics. Yeah. So I'm trying to understand where the disconnect is.
These women are horrible. And you ever notice the people always calling people pick me's never get picked? They never get picked. You're calling all these other people pick me. Nobody picked you. Nobody picked you 304s. I'm going to keep saying that. Nobody picked you 304s, and I get it. You're dancing, twerking at that man's restaurant. And like Molly said, that's a shame he had to get up there and make that announcement.
Yes.
You know, black people, you know, the saying, you know, black people, that, and I am foundationally black person, so nobody can come for me. I felt bad about, he shouldn't have had to do that. And he's trying to tell these 304s, respect yourself. Like Chad said, eat your food, sit down, act like you have some decorum. And I'm with you, Mika. That woman twerking in her own house, which is, if you're going to twerk, that's where you should be doing it at. And the comfort in your own house. And and
she's minding her business. And you know me, when I don't like something, right? When I don't like something, I just don't watch it. If it's not for me, I just don't watch
it. But you know what it is? I figured it out, Mika. They got to get that hate out their heart. They got to push that demon. Y'all always say, well, you know, I'm a Christian. I always say that. But they got that demon in them. They got to release that demon. That's why you always see people trolling. They got to get that demon out. Because you thinking, why you got this? You hating on Kim Kardashian page. Kim Kardashian ain't gonna see this. They gotta get that demon out. If nothing else, that girl Bonnet, they call her Jiffy Pop Head in the chat. Jiffy Pop Head
Jiffy Pop.
Jiffy Pop Head been hating on Kaya since Kaya started that page. And when she heard that somebody said, "Oh, I don't like your food," oh, she jumped on. She was waiting on that. She was waiting on that.
All that popping with I can't stand. Anytime they start that, I cannot stand that because I know something hateful and ratchet is coming. But yes, Dwayne in the chat is exactly right, right? So she got banned from TikTok. I said, wait, hold up. Y'all didn't got this girl banned for what? Jealousy. Absolute nonsense.
Jealousy.
Right. And so here's my thoughts on everything that, you know, we talked about today. Here's my thoughts. Right. The sisterhood is why denied. I don't know. I'm just going to say they reported her page more than likely. Okay. Because I looked to try to see what exactly was the reason. You know, what was the reason in my Cardi B voice? And I could not find it. So more than likely, they just reported her page because their man was watching Cooking with Gaia. But here's my thing of everything that we talked about today. Yeah, that's so crazy, Molly. Here's my thing. You guys, meaning women, let me say it that way. You women always talk about female empowerment. You women always talk about being your own boss, being boss chicks, having your own businesses, all of this stuff, right? This young woman goes on a free app, because I'm pretty sure she was, she's not rich. So she goes on a free app with her money for her food, makes her little food, does what most people do on social media, do something for attention, something. Okay. And you guys have already told the younger generation that twerking was okay. Okay. Nobody can police their bodies. Nobody can say anything about it. Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, all that, right? Okay. Picasso. Here's my problem with it. If it benefits them to the point where they get male attention and they're getting money from it, then all of a sudden, oh, you just want to be promoted to the patriarchy. You just want to use this to get a man. And if she did, so what?
I was about to say, there's not that good.
Isn't that the purpose? The purpose was her getting attention. She got it. Okay. You might just want a man. So, and this will be the prime age for her to do it. I don't understand. You told these girls that twerking is fine. She didn't even do what 30-year-old Megan Thee Stallion is doing.
She twerked for 10 seconds and then showed the food.
10. It says
not even 10 seconds.
That's 2 seconds. And it's the weakest thing. And it's only like half of her butt, maybe sometimes. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. But at the end of the day, what is wrong with what you guys have been promoting? You've been promoting this to young girls. So they're taking a page from it. What is the problem?
And they're not mad.
If you ask me, they've been watching these old 304s and they like, I don't want to be y'all. So I'm about to find me a man.
They're not mad at the twerking because, like you said, they see all these other broads out here twerking. They're fine with that. They are mad that she got the cooking and that the niche. They're mad that she's created her own niche audience. She's blown up. They're not.
Molly's stupid.
If she was twerking and being ratchet and being like, I'm not even gonna call out no names, some ratchet people on TikTok, they have no problem with it. They be fine with that. Anything demonic, they fine with. The fact that she trying to help these 304s cook and get a man, they mad about it. That's what, and like you said, she's getting male attention. She's getting a coin. They mad. If she was just being ratchet on TikTok, I'm going to say it, like a E. Kane, and I like E. Kane, but like a E. Kane on TikTok, then they cool with that. They fine with that. When you're actually kind of doing something productive, they don't like that. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I'm just going to say at the end of the day, they don't like when you actually can make money and you get male attention, because the whole point is supposed to be with the patriarchy, that you hate the patriarchy, that you don't like them, that you don't want to be around them, yada, 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 yada. And me personally, I just think the whole thing is asinine. It's stupid. And I think women ought to really look at themselves and, one, stop bullying people and mind your business, right? Because they always telling men, stay out of women's business. They always telling other people, stop trying to police their bodies and all this other stuff. Okay, well, stay out of her business. Stay out of her business. I don't hear no scandal with her. I don't see anything outside of the fact, like I said, I wouldn't be trying to twerk, but this is the culture you guys said was okay. So now that a woman is actually getting attention from it from males, that is attention that actually, seem like it's catering to males. That's the real problem.
That's
right?
what it is,
it's
Mika.
the catering. right?
That's
Because she
what it
even put the Pick Me
is.
song of the century. You know, they dubbed it the Pick Me song of the century. Let me cater to you. Okay. They don't like it.
That's what it is. That's what it is because even and it's in the white community too. All these white women, they hate, they call them trad wives. They hate on these trad wives. They hate on the ballerina farm. Y'all may not know about this, but it's a woman. She got a husband. She got like 10 kids. She live on a farm. They came for that woman so hard. They came for the with the other woman, Nara Smith. They came, they
Mhm.
don't like anybody that's doing something. And even though she is twerking, what she's promoting is a family structure, is a woman cooking for her husband or cooking for a man. They don't like that. Molly
Oh
knows about
no.
ballerina farm. Okay, shout out to you, Molly.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they don't
that's
like
the
anything,
problem. Anything positive.
so the twerking, so you got past the twerking.
Mhm.
But when you saw that the twerking was getting the male attention and saying, "Hey, I will do this for you," they made the twerking part of the whole pick me.
And I don't
So
even
now
think
twerking is a problem. I'm like,
that's
y'all
not.
full of it.
I don't think that's the problem because they love Megan Thee
No,
Stallion.
that's what I'm
They
saying.
love
Now
Cardi
twerking is a
B.
problem
It's
when
not
the
a
male
problem.
attention isn't to just have the attention and then disagree with males, or not want to discard them and treat them like trash.
Right. Right. That,
Like, okay, I got the male attention, but I actually care about the male.
right. And
I got a
again,
man that I actually care about, or I got a man that, I've seen them. When I say, and that's why I showed the video of the restaurant. They twerk for everything.
but what it is the part like you said, it's the appeal for the man doing something for the man. That it's the promoting traditional values. And y'all be saying, well, this
Mhm.
girl's twerking. How's it? She's still talking about taking care of her man. That's the traditional value there. They don't like that. They met that's
No,
why
no,
that's the part
because
that's got them up
women
in
have
arms.
always, and I say this all the time. Women are not going to stop using sexuality, right? But right, and it can get more vulgar or it can be less vulgar, right? But femininity is something that will always attract men, right? If you're feminine, it will always attract men. And so the thing about it is, even though she has the little twerk, the rest of the video seems pretty feminine.
It's feminine
And if
because
she
you saw she put
if
the
she was
little
at home with a
strawberries.
guy, if she was at home with a guy and she was cooking and you do a little twerk, he likes that. So
Hmm.
I can see why it appeals to men. And they start attacking the girls' looks and all this stuff, talking about, oh well, she's not even that cute. I'm like, half of you chicks is average. So I I don't I don't understand what the problem is.
That
The girl
again,
that's
that's
talking
that
about her
hate.
in a bonnet is average. They're like, oh, she don't really have no body like that. So what? And to me, she's a pretty girl.
I
I
think
don't
she's a
I don't
cute
think
girl.
I don't think she's ugly at all. But let's just say people are like, okay, she's not Beyonce. So
And
what's the
that's
problem?
and the hook. That's why they're mad too. Because she's not supermodel pretty. I think she's a cute girl. But
I think
because
she's
she
pretty.
doesn't look like Beyonce or maybe not, and she don't
But she
have
don't want all that
money.
nonsense on her face and her hair and all that other stuff.
Right. She or
You
or don't
know?
fine with the Cardi B or these broads because they done
She don't want glued
she don't
on
she don't
baby hair.
she don't and the girl, she 22, she probably just making
Let me
some
stop.
money on TikTok. She don't even have the money to do all the stuff them people do, makeup
Night J
artists,
is
blah 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 blah
acting.
blah. So they see her and they see, oh, this could be me if I had that personality, but I'm jealous. Cause that's what it boys. People watching her, not because she just a cute girl. And the food, yeah, some of the food look good, but they not watching because they really want to do exactly what she's doing. It's the personality that drew them in and why she has the following. And they don't have that personality because they're
Night
miserable.
J,
And
she's
that's why they're
secure, and
jealous.
that's the problem.
Hmm.
But that's what I said, Molly. I said men like it. If you got girl, you could probably do like two. How can I say it? If you got a man and you cook 2 patty burgers, and you was in there cooking with guy. Hey, what you doing? You get what I'm saying? Like, men are simple. Men are so simple. Thank you so much. And talk about it. Exactly. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the super chats. Thank you so much, so much, so much. But he's right. Drew Martin, you're absolutely right. Talk about it. Men like this stuff. Men like this stuff. So I can see why, right? And like I said, a lot of the times it be the extreme stuff I see. This is not extreme. Like I even though I don't agree with twerking in the camp, this actually beats half of the stuff I see. And this is my
It's in my opinion, I think
this is
it's
a pullback
wholesome.
for me.
I actually think it's wholesome. I actually think it's wholesome.
This was a pullback for me, you know, and
I thought it was cute.
I don't see she's not ratchet. I don't see her yelling. I don't see her screaming. She has a nice demeanor, right? I've seen her on the multiple little podcasts that she goes on. What's the problem? No, I'm not going to, no, would I tell young girls to copy it? No, but I would say look beyond that, like they do with they make up everything for what's her name for Megan Thee Stallion and all that. No, look beyond it. I know I had to pull back. I digress. But here's my thing: the girl has a nice demeanor. I'd rather, even though I keep saying it, but I'd rather a girl see her want to cook and want to be nice than these awful women who, I mean, they don't say nothing about Sexy Red. And even though I don't know Sexy Red personally, right, because this is her persona, but they don't say nothing about Sexy Red.
Because she promotes demon stuff. They love anything demonic. They love the demonic. They love to see women sexualized and acting fools and saying nasty. That is okay. But again, when you push the traditional,
that bow.
Y'all
like that?
Disgusting. They don't like this woman.
But cooking with Kaya is where you draw the line.
Because she's being nice and teaching these broads, hey. And I noticed this too. She not doing elaborate dishes. She doing stuff that you really could make at home if you really want to copy what you cooking.
It's a loaded mashed potato.
Mm-hmm. It's simple stuff, but they don't like that. They don't
very
like
simple. If you can't cook or you don't cook all the time, maybe once, and it said they would rather see their men look at porn and look at her. Look, if you ask me, that's a 2-for-1, girl.
And this is the thing.
She a little bit of sexy, but she got the food. And a lot of people like food. They got food porn. They like the little, mashed potato. What's those things? The mukbangs and stuff. They watch people
the mukbangs.
Eat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's all she got to add. She add sitting down and actually eating that food. Child.
They don't want that. They don't want these guys getting the idea in their head saying, well, hold on, this girl on TikTok, she cooking, talking about cooking for why you don't cook for me? They don't, again, like Chat said, they don't like that she cooking for a man or saying, oh, I can take your man with this plate. That's where they went crazy. How dare you do something for a man?
That's where y'all draw the line, child. Y'all are simple.
How dare you treat your man good? What?
Look, you guys, I just had to come on and talk about this because it was just eating me alive, because I would just see stuff every day and I'm just like, what's wrong with the girl? Leave the girl alone. I'm like, I thought y'all like boss babes. You just mad because the boss babe actually can get your dude. And if she could get your dude, that means you're doing something wrong. Because, I be in here like, I hear cooking with guy, I be like, she got the loaded potatoes. What potatoes she cooking today? It doesn't bother me, So, it says more about these women than it does, Kaya. And, and hopefully she can grow and, she'll learn and things like that. But yeah. She's young and it'll get better, but I don't see nothing wrong with the girl. You guys leave her alone. You women leave her alone. You old women leave her alone, because it was
bad. No, I saw on X, like
And
It was
matter of fact,
causing
no,
relationship problems.
it's some of you, it's
Yeah.
some of you, it's some of you young chicks too. It's some of you young chicks too. I did see some of you young chicks like that one I just showed you. Some of you young chicks is mad because your little dude that you don't never do nothing but eat out with, and y'all gotta take me out. Y'all gotta take me here. Yeah. He like, oh, well, cooking with Kaya your age, and she cooking.
No, chat. It was bad. I saw it. They
Yeah.
were saying she was causing relationship problems. Like it was on X. I saw. I
They're
was like,
haters.
what?
They're all haters. They're all haters. So you guys, thank you guys for coming in today. I do appreciate you guys. It was impromptu. I just wanted to really, really, really touch on, a couple of these really quick because I thought it was hilarious. And when I got to touch on a whole bunch of stuff, I just go ahead and jump on a live because trying to make a whole bunch of videos is a lot. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to my girl Kelly, always for helping out. And you ladies, the sisterhood, stop hating on this girl.
Yeah.
Okay, find something else to do, like a
Being
man.
bullies.
Get you some cooking skills. Get you some security. Get you some sense of self. Get off the internet. It's your girl Mika. Love you guys. Peace. We out.